Right then, this morning's headlines. The swearing-in of the Member of Parliament-elect for Ayawaso West Wuogon, Lydia Seiram Al-Hassan, was on Tuesday disrupted temporarily after the minority walked out of the chamber. The minority MPs said they would not be part of the swearing-in because they do not recognize the new entrant as an MP-elect, elected through peaceful and fair means. After exiting the chamber, about 70 of them walked nearly 2 kilometers to the police headquarters together with Ningo Pram Pram MP Sam George, who was assaulted by the masked uniform personnel last Thursday during the Ayawaso West Wuogon by-election. Now, the MP was at the police CID office to write his statement on the incident. Parliamentary correspondent Joseph Opokugapu joined the walk with the police, with the members of parliament to the police headquarters.
Behind me are members of parliament on the minority side. They've been marching all the way from Parliament House here in Accra through the Ghana Institute of Journalism Enclave, and they are headed to where the police headquarters is located. Well, they indicate that their colleague, Samuel George, who was allegedly assaulted, has been invited by the police in order to give his testimony on what happened during the Ayawaso West Wuogon by-election. And the purpose of this march in black all the way to the police headquarters is to solidarize with him and additionally to escort him as he goes to provide evidence to the police on that particular assault incident.
I was invited by the CID. I went with my colleagues and the legal team from the minority. We engaged with the police, and we'll be continuing to support the police in their investigation. Hopefully we see some concrete action taken very soon. Failure of which next week Tuesday we'll be back here.
Okay, so you gave a statement, they interrogated you just to get a sense what exactly happened in that meeting?
We are working and collaborating with the police in their investigations.
Okay. You met the CID boss herself, or who exactly?
We met the Deputy Director General of CID. He led the team from the CID.
We reiterated to them the security situation, our concern that 5 days down the line, nobody has been arrested and all that. And he stated that they met the Committee on Defense and Interior, and they made virtual same demands of them. And they are assuring us that they will not treat this like all the others. They will give it all the seriousness that it deserves, and they are assuring us that it will also be swift. So we told them that we do not want a situation where the thing delays and then it becomes a matter for other actions that may not augur well for all of us.
What timeline are you giving them based on which you can expect further action from you?
Well, we have given ourselves that next week Tuesday, if we don't hear any other thing, concrete steps being taken, obviously we'll go back there.
That, look, if the president does not know, he should simply call Mr. Brian Champon and say that you have made a public admission, that you sent the boys there. Go and bring the boys. Very simple.
Should Brian Champon...
Look, the MPP is sitting on the government is sitting on the truth and looking for it. They know. These boys were there. Look, the police were standing by when these hoodlums were raining riots and doing what they were doing. It was clear. So who says that they can identify that they don't know them? When a minister of state has said, I sent them there. So just ask him to bring the boys.
We will give them leads. We have pictures of the people who did the violence. We have videos. In fact, George has even identified the person who slapped him. And so we'll make all
by name and probably by the unit he works with.
Yeah, he's mentioned the name, but he will capture it in the report.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the Africa Center for the Study of Violence and Reconciliation is demanding that government depoliticizes resolution of electoral-related violence. The center says relevant state institutions must be allowed to lead the charge to resolve disagreements between political parties arising out of an electoral process. Advocacy Program Manager of the center, Anna Moyo, is warning Ghana risks losing its stable democracy if attention is not paid to addressing some of these concerns. Well, we have more in this report.
It has been described by many as Ghana's day of shame, a day many say law enforcement agencies took matters into their own hands in a manner that left many shocked. It is best captured by some as a by-election that turned violent, despite the concession that the incident was not directly an electoral matter. The African Center for the Study of Violence and Reconciliation is concerned about the spate of electoral-related violence. Advocacy Program Manager of the Center, Anna Moyo, wants a depoliticization of disputes arising from elections.
Issues of dealing with addressing some of the unresolved issues of the past do not become part and parcel of a political agenda, but that these are dealt with using specific institutions designed to address issues of inequality, issues of socioeconomic exclusion, issues of human rights, issues of ensuring equality and access to resources, to opportunities, and to other democratic spaces for all. If we begin to politicize these, then it's going to follow that political process, and we're going to see manifestations of violence along party lines.
The African Union is this week holding a series of engagements on various issues of concern to the continent. A select group of participants had the opportunity to address the gathering on the AU's policy on transitional justice.
Thirdly, it emphasizes African traditional justice mechanisms, which should be adapted and used alongside the formal mechanisms to address peace, justice, accountability, social cohesion.
The responsibilities, the behaviors, the attitudes that are given to society at a given time that society will consider to be appropriate behavior for men and women, for boys and girls. But more importantly, we know that these behaviors are always embedded and rooted in firstly power and secondly inequality.
Deliberations will continue on Wednesday.
Now, the Supreme Court has struck out Special Prosecutor Martin Amidou as a defendant in the case challenging his eligibility for the position. According to the court, Mr. Amidou was not a proper party to the case, as the position in question is one which falls under Article 88 of the Constitution. Such persons, the Supreme Court says, are to be represented by the Attorney General when sued as a result of their office. The court also ordered the Attorney General and lawyers for the plaintiff, in this case, to file a joint memorandum of issues for adjudication within 14 days. Former Deputy Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayine, in his suit, said Mr. Amidou at age 66 is beyond the statutory age of employment into public service. Dr. Dominic Ayine spoke to newsmen after the ruling.
Joined Martin Amidou because we noted that he was integral to the processes leading to the institution of the action. The reason is simply because he was the one who was nominated and we were challenging his eligibility. The fact that he was nominated and vetted by Parliament and appointed by the President is at the heart of this action that we took. And therefore, I wanted to, let me give one example. For instance, if the President had nominated someone of, say, 57 years of age, there would have been no constitutional issue. And our focus is on the age of Martin Alamisi Amidou. And therefore, we thought that he was a necessary party to the action. But if the court says that he's not a necessary party, that is fine. It does not in any way affect the substance of the action that we have brought. At the end of the day, if the court declares his appointment as null and void and of no effect, that will be it. So for us, it doesn't in any way affect the materiality of the action that we have brought to court.
There were issues of agreement on memorandum of issues, which it looks like your team, representatives, and the Attorney General couldn't reach. And what's actually the problem? Why can't you agree on issues which has to do with constitutional matters?
Well, we complied with the rules of the court. As the Deputy Attorney General pointed out, the rule is that the parties, may file joint memorandum of issues before the court. And where they fail to agree on the issues, then they can file separate issues. And we took the step of writing to the Attorney General, and when I say we, I mean my team, the legal team took the step of writing to the Attorney General and inviting the Attorney General to take a look at the proposed issues, and then also to propose issues that can be jointly filed before the court.
In other news, a brother to two of the miners who died in the recent mine accident at Gbane in the Talensi district of the Upper East region is calling on government to ban all mining activities in the area until a permanent solution to the frequent mining accidents is found. John Yaro lost two of his younger brothers 2 weeks ago after a mine explosion killed some 17 others at Gbane. Addressing a news conference at Bolga, Mr. Yaro said he fears that a more serious disaster could occur if government does not put strict measures in place this time around. JoyNews Upper East regional correspondent Albert Sorry caught up with him.
It's been 2 weeks since 17 miners died at Gbane in the Talensi district of the Upper East region in a mine accident that is still being investigated by the Minerals Commission of Ghana. But today, one of the family members of some of the miners who perished in that accident called a press conference. One, because he wants to address issues concerning two of his brothers who perished in that accident, and also because he is an opinion leader in the area.
The people, especially my brothers, they died through the works of Kwesi Bantama's pit because they were working for Kwesi Bantama. They were not working for Shanzi. They worked for Kwesi Bantama. So I know if people die in Shanzi, we will fight. If people die in legal miners or miners pit, we will fight them. Because if I need an employment and Shanzi gives me employment and then I die there, Shanzi must pay. If I need employment and Kwesi Bantama gives me employment and I go there, die, he must pay.
Now, John Yaro thinks that government needs to really look at what exactly is causing these accidents, because Shangji Mining is not the only mining company working in the area.
We have pits around the Shanzi mining area. I mentioned Shongtaba, I mentioned Unique Mining, I mentioned what they call Mayanka and others. These are all pits that are hollow and that are even used as vent to the Yinya and Pubo Taba, which we talk about Shanzi. I just don't want to hear Shanzi at all, because to me from day one, Shanzi are not miners. So if they are providing what they call services to people and that they have gone that far, the authorities that be, that's why I told you that I'm just not happy about the act of authorities, especially Mineral Commission, working in correcting the right thing there.
Now moving forward, John Yaro has some suggestions for the government in order to find a lasting solution to this problem.
We applaud the Mineral Commission for stopping Shanzi from working. All the small-scale miners around and those who call themselves pit owners, and those ones can also be claimed as illegal miners, should all stop work by the guide of the security of the area, so that no exercise should be done around the disaster-prone area.
The mining pit through which the miners are said to have passed through to go underground is owned by one Kwesi Apia, also known as Bantama. But what we know is that police have invited him to assist in investigations, and the Minerals Commission has also been inviting the families to ask some questions and to get their inputs as part of the investigations they are doing. Reporting for JoyNews, my name is Albert Sorry.
Now, drivers and residents in the Wa municipality have expressed concern over delay by governments to fix potholes in the area. Some major streets in the municipality also are riddled with gaping potholes or manholes, causing lots of accidents. One of such gaping holes is at Wa Kunta on the Wa Kumasi Road. Rafiq Salam reports this from Wa.
This heavy truck with registration number AZ0201MD is loaded with frozen tomatoes and heading to the Republic of Mali. According to the driver of the truck, who gave his name only as Isaka, had a smooth drive from the Tema port till a few kilometers into the Wa municipality. He bumped into this gaping manhole lying on the middle of the road. Isaka, in his attempt to dodge the gaping hole, lost control of the truck and veered off the road, only to stop few meters to the Wa Senior High School fence wall. The story of Isaka is not different from other drivers who ply the route. Exactly 1 week from today, another heavy truck bound for Burkina Faso crashed here. They, however, had lady luck, and the occupants of the truck only had minor injuries. An eyewitness to some of the accidents that occurred on the road as a result of the pothole is this woman with a salon close to the road. Monica Nandom is not happy with the lackadaisical attitude of the government in fixing potholes in the one municipality.
Look at this pole. It was once hit by a car. If a vehicle in an attempt to dodge the pothole ever hits my customer, they will say that I killed him or her, but that is not the case. If you want our vote, fix the road. What is happening now could happen during daytime and also in the night. Several people could be crushed to death.
Martin Ferrota is a driver for the past 20 years, and he uses the road with butterflies in his stomach.
This is not the only place. From here to, what's the name of this place? Senate. There are so many potholes on the way. And I don't know whether we have MCE or we don't have MCE, because these are the challenges that we are facing. This is not the first time. We had one here last week, and today another one happened again. And this pothole, I hope our big men have been passing here day in, day out, and they saw what is happening here. So I don't know whether they are waiting for somebody to pass on before they come and patch this pothole. That is what I don't know.
For Al Hassan, who is a trotro driver at the Wabamaho UDA station, he always makes a silent prayer for protection anytime he's to get behind the wheel.
The pothole is very dangerous when we even succeed to dodge it, but we are still afraid of it. The situation always makes us uncomfortable. We are calling on the government to fix it for us.
To save it to life. Meanwhile, engineers at the Wa Urban Roads Department told JoyNews off camera that they have started the process of fixing the potholes in the municipality and has even gone ahead to open tenders for the contracts. They are only waiting for the head office to give approval for the bid winners to enable them award the contracts. Until that happens, drivers and residents can only depend on their silent prayer, which they said have protected them from the claws of death for the past 1.5 years. Reporting for JoyNews, Rafik Salam.
Well, there's a road just in front of my place. It leads from Ajekoyo to Santiago to Medina. I heard the Minister of Finance mention it in the budget. I want it to be done. If it's not done, well, we'll advise ourselves.
What do you intend to do if the road is not done?
If it's not done, well, we will advise ourselves.
Okay. Share that advice with us when the time comes. That is if it's not done. But hopefully it will be done.
Yeah, it will be done.
If the government has promised.
You know, I want to say good morning to a very good friend of mine. Salifu Combat is a pharmacist with the Presbyterian Hospital Aboko. Good morning to you, as well as to your wife, Floren.
We could have predicted that. We're about to do the newspaper review, and I actually have a special birthday wish for someone.
Oh, you do?
As well, but not right now. When we start the newspaper review, I'll do that.
All right. So please wait for Kojo's offended
birthday wish. Among other things, right after this.
If it's not done, we'll advise ourselves.
Well,
we'll be right back.